and then you see the police car, and then you're like,
oh
my God, what am I doing wrong?
That's so true.
It's the same thing with this.
That's so true.
So I have got Susanne on today, and Susanne has very lovingly offered to give a testimonial interview. So thank you, Susanne, for joining. I'm going to just ask a couple of questions. So we'll start with, how were you feeling before we started working together?
Very anxious, very heavy thoughts all the time, I would say. Carrying around a lot of negative beliefs about myself, believing that I was exactly what I thought I was in my head. All these things that I'd carried from my youth, they were me. They were going to be me until I died. Yeah, and just worrying about everything, literally everything, every conversation, everything I'm doing before I'm doing it, finding scenarios for everything. Yeah, just a lot of angst.
I remember there was a big element of kind of boundary setting and people pleasing as well. And I remember having a conversation with you where we were talking about your worth not being defined by how much in service you are constantly to everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Not being able to say no, feeling that I've got to, I think you used the analogy of filling up cups, and I was filling everybody else's cup up to over brimming and then just not having anything left for myself. And that's definitely, yeah, where I was. Yes.
And what made you just like kind of say yes to doing this work? What made you think, I'm ready, this is exactly what I need right now?
It was when I saw you obviously do the talk that you did when you came to the UK, and just the way that you were talking and the way you talk, you were so vulnerable in saying what happened in your life. And I suddenly, I didn't actually think I needed any help at that point. I thought, yeah, I'm great. I can manage all this. I'm fabulous. And then I listened to you and I'm like, oh my goodness, I think this is the person I need. This could help me with things that I think I'm coping with. I mean, I am coping, but it wasn't much fun, which is what made me reach out to you and join the program, which was the group program at the time, the Soul Renewal. And yeah, never look back.
Yeah, it's so true that most of us are just surviving rather than actually thriving. And when you actually start to see that life could feel completely different for you, it's like, oh, it's like a little light bulb moment, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And how do you feel now we've worked together for a while?
Oh, I could cry with how I feel now.
Don't, because you'll make me. No, you can.
With absolute happiness. I mean, I just don't. It's so difficult to explain how do I feel, but I will try and say I feel lighter. I feel calmer when I'm very much, well, I'm not anymore, but I would have described myself as quite a control freak, having to be in control of everything, not necessarily controlling other people, but controlling everything that I'm doing for other people. And feeling that if it doesn't go a certain way, or if they don't agree with me in a certain way, then oh my God, what am I going to do? And now I don't have that. You know, when things happen, things have happened with my family since I've done my work with you. And before I'd have been like, oh my God, until I get the answer from whoever we need to get that answer from, I'm not going to rest. I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to do this. And now I'm like, it is what it is. I can't change what it is. I can just make sure when I get the information, I can deal with it. So freer, calmer. I've got rid of all my negative thought beliefs from that I carried around for years. I mean, I always knew where the origins were, but I thought that was me. You know, I've had things that have happened in my life, and I thought that was part of me, like an arm. But you've made me realize that it's an experience that I had, and I can leave it behind. I'm not carrying it around anymore. I used to describe myself, I'm anorexic. I'm not. I suffered with it. I'm fine. I'm healed. So really calm. You know, a lot of people have noticed the difference, and being able to say no. Being able to say no and not actually explain it. Like, I've said it to my mum loads of times, and my son said something, oh, it'd be really, I asked him to come round at a certain time. He wanted to come around later. I said, look, I'm really sorry, that doesn't work for me. And I'm afraid that this is something that you want me to do for you. So no, this is about me in this instance, not you. And not apologizing for it. And he just went, oh yeah, that's fine. Whereas before I'd have bent over backwards to do it. So yeah, just like, it just feels, I feel so light, like I could fly. And yes, so absolutely eternally grateful for being with the same place with you on that date. Absolutely was the best thing I've ever done.
It was meant to be, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It
Yes.
honestly makes me so happy and just fills my heart to know that that's how you feel now. Honestly, just couldn't ask for anything more. And I guess that that's a really nice way for me to ask the final question, which would be, if a woman who has experienced something similar to you that you were experiencing before is feeling like that right now and is thinking about going through a journey like this, what would you like to say to her?
To not to not think that you have to stay where you are just because you're coping, or even if you're not coping, that there's no escape for you, that this is your mindset and this is how it's got to be. You can change. You are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of of having time to yourself and doing what makes you happy. And there might be some things that you have to do if you embark on this journey with you give us the tools, you give us the information, we have to put in that commitment. And some of the things that I was asked to do, I certainly kind of thought, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do it. And I'm like, why have I got to do this? I don't understand it. And you do it and you go, I get it. I get why Katie got me to do this. And you will honestly feel 100% better than you do now. You will change your thought process, you will change your life, and you will change it forever. This has been a long time that I've been working with Katie, and I've not slipped back. Nothing has changed for me. I was worried about not seeing you, Katie, on a monthly, bi-weekly basis, like, oh no, I don't want to not see my Katie. But I've still managed to carry those tools around. So just do it. Your negative thoughts, they don't define you. You can just get rid of them. Just pack them up and send them away. So do it and don't think about it. Just sign up and do it.
Mm.
Best, by far the best thing I've ever done.
Oh, thank you so much. That would be so helpful. And also, yeah, it's just that empowering thing of like, you can decide.
You can.
You can actually select your thoughts, and your thoughts create your whole internal state, and your internal state creates your external state. So it's like this constant knock-on effect. And you're right, when you start this journey, no one can take it away from you. Once you have that inner awareness, it's there for life. You can't switch it off.
Absolutely, which is amazing, because you think before you do all this and you're juggling everything, you think, oh, I don't need this, I can juggle this, I can do this, I can do this. Nothing's going to change my mind and I don't need it to change. But when you start looking at yourself and changing things within you, you're like, oh yes, I really needed this. Yeah, utterly amazing.
Well, thank you for just being a dream client and for not always understanding why I asked you to do some of these crazy things, but doing them, you always showed up and did them. And that is honestly why you got the result that you got, because you did the work and you took it seriously, not just something as like a luxury thing to have on the side. Like you realized, this is the most important work for me to do. And if I do this, like my life depends on it, I will get a life-changing result.
Absolutely. I read everything you told me to. I did everything you told me to, and it was the best Simon Said I've ever done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I am so excited to even see what next year is going to bring for you, and just appreciate you sharing your words of wisdom to any women who are suffering with the same things that you were suffering with before our work together. So thank you so much, Susanne.
You're welcome.
Mwah, sending you lots of love.
Thank you very much. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.